Today's number, 43 million. That's the market cap of yes shares in the United States of America to win the World Cup, at a probability of just 1.2%. For their sake, let's hope they're not planning to hold to resolution. Don't really fancy their chances. Welcome to a special World Cup episode of Prediction Market Prof, where we analyse global affairs, financial markets, and occasionally grown men pretending that Scotland beating Haiti means they're basically Brazil. Now, obviously the mere fact that future events contracts in sports are regulated by the same commodities trading world that regulates soybeans is completely insane. But that's the cool, deranged world in which we live, and since I love the footy, I've decided to just put aside a little for sensible-ish World Cup trades. We're going to find the best available. Not YOLO trades, not England have finally learned penalties trades, sensible-ish trades. That hyphen is doing a lot of work. The first one I've already explained in a previous video, but it's still available. That is Belgium to win the World Cup at around 1.8 cents. Now, to be clear, we're not buying Belgium because we think Kevin De Bruyne is going to personally drag a creaking golden generation through 7 matches like a ginger atlas carrying Brussels on his back. This is not a hold to resolution trade. This is a positional trade. Belgium open against Egypt on June 15th. They're in a very manageable Group G with Egypt, Iran and New Zealand. If Belgium start well, win the group, and enter the knockout looking competent, which admittedly is always a dangerous assumption with Belgium or frankly any football team, the market probably reprices them. At 1.8 cents, we don't need Belgium to win the World Cup. We need the market to briefly remember that Belgium exists and reprice them. Maybe they can go to 4 cents, 5 cents, 6 cents, and we could get 100%, 200%, 300% return. That would be awesome. So that's that trade. The bigger opportunity is in the to qualify markets. Because the new 48-team format has completely changed the maths, we have 12 groups of 4. The top 2 go through automatically, and then 8 of the 12 third team place also go through to the knockout stage. That means 1 win might be enough. 4 points is probably very strong, and even 3 points with a respectable goal difference can keep you alive. So the opening match is going to create some truly stupid price action. Retailers, I think, will watch one game, sometimes panic, and decide a country has either entered a golden age or collapsed as a civilization. Lose 1-0 to France, apparently you're dead. Beat Haiti, apparently you're 1970 Brazil. And this is where we get interested. The key thing is, don't trade the vibes, trade the resolution criteria. These contracts don't resolve according to who looked brave, who had momentum, or who showed character. This isn't match of the day. The Oracle doesn't care that your left back cried during the anthem. It resolves according to the official FIFA rules. Points, goal difference, goal score, tiebreakers. This means the margin of defeat matters enormously. A strong team losing 1-0 to a tournament favourite may actually be a brilliant buy-the-dip opportunity. A strong team losing 4-0 is different. That's not a dip, that's a body outline. So here are the setups I'm watching. First, Senegal in Group I. They open against France on June 16th, and France are awesome. They're one of the tournament favourites, and if Senegal lose that game, which is quite possible, the market may overreact badly. But after France, Senegal get Norway and Iraq. And that's the key. If Senegal lose narrowly to France, especially if they look organised and keep the goal difference under control, I'll be watching for a panic discount on yes to qualify. Because in this format, Senegal don't need to beat France, they just need to survive France. France are the storm, Norway and Iraq are the actual exam. Second, we have Croatia in Group L. Croatia open against England on June 17th, and obviously, as a Brit, I'm really thinking that England are definitely going to win, even though we typically find a way to lose these kinds of games. Now, let's just assume England will win. England beating Croatia will produce exactly the kind of market reaction we love. English media will immediately begin discussing parade routes, knighthoods, and whether Jude Bellingham has technically replaced the monarchy. Meanwhile, Croatia's yes to qualify price could dip. But Croatia then play Panama and Ghana. Again, the question isn't can Croatia win the group? The question is, after a potentially difficult opener, will they still very likely make the top 3 in a format where most third-place teams survive? The answer is yes, and the market has priced them as if Harry Kane personally deleted them from the tournament, and that would be the opportunity. Third, we have Algeria in Group J. They open against Argentina. Now, if Algeria lose to Argentina, nobody should be shocked. Losing to the defending champions is not a scandal. It is, in fact, one of the main services Argentina provides. But after that, Algeria have Jordan and Austria. So again, we wait. We don't buy before the obvious pain. We let Argentina do the damage, let retail panic, then inspect the wreckage for value. If Algeria lose narrowly and their qualification price gets smashed, that could be a very interesting entry. The pattern is simple. Find good teams with brutal openers. Wait for the loss, check the goal difference, then buy the overreaction before the easier fixtures. It's not glamorous or heroic. It's basically football accounting, which, given this channel, is pretty much exactly our brand. Now let's look at the other side, shorting artificial hype. And for that, we go to Group C. Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, Haiti. Now, Scotland play Haiti early, and Scotland yes shares to qualify are already trading at around 75 cents. That feels a little bit rich. Not absurd, Scotland are not hopeless and they're not in the strongest group, but nonetheless rich, because the likely sequence is very tradable. Brazil play Morocco first and Scotland play Haiti. If and when, hopefully, Scotland beat Haiti, they may temporarily sit near the top of the group table. Cue bagpipes, national delirium, and several men in pubs explaining that this squad has something about them. The yes price could pump. And that's where I'm interested in buying no. Because after Haiti, Scotland have Morocco and Brazil. That's not a fixture list, that's a disciplinary healing. Morocco are not a cute underdog story anymore. They were World Cup semi-finalists. They're organised, athletic, technically strong, and deeply annoying to play against. And Brazil are, well, Brazil. Even when Brazil are apparently in crisis, their crisis involves 22 players who would start for almost anyone else. So if Scotland beat Haiti and the market starts pricing them like qualification is nearly done, I think that's a potential short. Not because Scotland can't qualify, they can and most likely will as a third place qualifier, but because the price may temporarily forget the schedule. On that one, we should look to take profit after the second game. That's the whole episode, really. The market's going to overreact to the first data point. A narrow loss will be treated like elimination. An easy win will be treated like destiny. And the new format makes both reactions dangerous. With 8 third-place teams qualifying, the early group stage isn't a knockout tournament. It's a sorting mechanism with vibes. So the strategy is buy strong teams after survivable losses, fade weak or mid-tier teams after easy opening wins, watch goal difference like a boring accountant with a gambling problem, and never ever hold an outright winner contract just because you've become emotionally attached to a flag. This is the World Cup. There'll be chaos, dodgy penalties, 94-minute losers for England, and yeah, that's kind of how it goes. But we're not trying to predict every match. We're trying to predict how the market will misread them. That's where the edge is, and that's how we're going to try and make a bit of money. Please hit like and subscribe for more World Cup prediction market trades as this tournament proceeds. And remember, trade the schedule, not the anthem.